Assalamu alaikum. This is Nehanur, EP 1770115 from 4th Prof Evening. And my topic for the assignment of Pharmacology Lab PHL 612 is Elevated Plus Maze, in which my subtopic is limitations. But first, we'll discuss what is Elevated Plus Maze. Elevated Plus Maze is a model which consists of four arms arranged around a small center platform of a plus shape. Two opposite arms are enclosed with high walls and other two arms are open and exposed. This maze utilizes the natural preference students have for enclosed areas to test for anxiety. Basically, the elevated plus maze test is used to assess anxiety-related behavior in rodent models of CNS disorder. The EPM apparatus consists of a positive shape maze elevated above the floor with two oppositely positioned closed arms, two oppositely positioned open arms, and a center area. As subjects freely explore the maze, their behavior is recorded by means of a video camera mounted above the maze and analyzed using a video tracking system. The preference for being in open arms over closed arms, expressed as either as a percentage of entries and or a percentage of time spent in the open arms, is calculated to measure anxiety-like behavior. This test can be used to phenotype strains of transgenic mice and to screen for putative anxiolytic compounds. Now, the limitations. Elevated plasmids test is most commonly employed behavioral animal anxiety model, but there are several issues concerning the legitimacy of the model. These are the following limitations of elevated plus maze. The main limitation of the elevated plus maze apparatus is the central platform. As you can see in this picture, that elevated plus maze have a central platform while zero maze don't have a central platform, which does that time spent on the central platform can create ambiguity in terms of how the time is interpreted. The zero maze attempts to solve this problem. The zero maze removes the central platform issue altogether and reduces any decision making anxiety as the rodent doesn't have to choose which arm to turn into. And the others are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors and tricyclic antidepressants, which are regularly utilized in clinical settings to treat anxiety disorders, likewise, do not lead to stable anxiolytic effect on EPM. This raises the likelihood that EPM is an appropriate model for testing GABA-related compounds, for example, benzodiazepines or direct GABA agonist, however, not for other drugs. The elevated plasmase is simple yet effective assessment of anxiety and the effects of anxiety relieving or anxiety causing drugs. Basically, anti-anxiety drugs that reduces anxiety. Basically, this effect is in contrast to anxiogenic effects, which increases anxiety. As you can say, anxiogenic stimuli is in the elevated plasmase, although it has often has been assumed that rats avoid the open arms because of the novelty, height, or open space. Anxiolytics such as benzodiazepines do decrease the proportion of anxiety in elevated plasmas. However, more novel compounds such as 5-HT1A agonist gives mixed results. So we avoid these kind of compounds. And this is the article in which male Wister rats are used of old age. So this says old individual shows more anxiety than young one. Aging affects different parts of the brain structures and functions. These changes are associated with several age-related emotional alternations like anxiety that is regulated by the amygdala and medial prefrontal cortex, MPFC. So by this, we can conclude that elevated plasmase is considered as a successful method for anxiety. But, however, every technique has certain limitations and drawbacks. So, it also has some drawbacks like anxiogenic drugs don't show results in EPM, while the age factor may also cause the difference in results. And selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors and tricyclic antidepressants don't show a stable anxiolytic effect on elevated plasmase. All anxiolytics don't act similar way to understand the pharmacology and to invent more safe and potent drugs. Different screening models are very important. So further research on various models are required. However, the knowledge gathered from animal studies undoubtedly valuable therapeutically in future studies. These are the references from where I get these information, and that's all. Thank you.